Shaman.
Everything good over there?
Yeah, I was just saying hi.
Okay. Shaman. Mistcaller. I think this card is awesome. It's one of my favorite cards in the set.
Yep. Went into my top 4 slot.
Yep. This
Yeah,
card is badass. It's basically Stormwind Champion on steroids.
Yep. So good. And it's a
yeah.
good mana amount for 4/4 with that kind of battle cry.
Yeah, I think that card's gonna get broken.
Yeah, I mean, it does compete with Fire Elemental, which is a better tempo play on turn 6. But if you have board control, which Shaman can, it's one of those classes that can take board control easily against aggro decks, at least. Well, actually against any deck, because Shaman is traditionally a good counter against Handlock, also, because they have Hex and Earthshock. So, Shaman is a good board control class, and you can assume that you can sometimes have board control on 6, you play this on 6, and then everything you play after that is on steroids.
Yep.
And it's awesome. I like the card a lot.
Fantastic. And looks cool too.
Yeah, it does. It looks like some late game Skyrim shit.
Yep.
And I'm all about it. I don't like Charge Hammer. We talked about this already. It's very slow. If you play it and actually use all 4 charges, you're going to be turn 8 before you can use your deal 2 damage hero power.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
If you use it just to override it with another weapon just to get the death rattle, it's a waste of mana. And I feel the Shaman class is better as a mid-range class. Like, they assume board control and then they just burst you down and kill you. And this hero power is more of a control hero power, so I don't think it's very good.
I like it. Will it
Charge
see
Hammer,
play?
you like, really?
I like it. I don't think it'll see play though. And
I mean, I like the fact that it's there because it gives a possibility for control Shaman. Like, the amount of value in it is incredible, but it's just too slow.
yeah, if they could, I don't know, buff it somehow, which I don't think they can. I don't know. I think it would have been a true epic card at 3 mana.
I think it would have been a true epic card if it was a 4 mana 4/2 weapon.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah, I think that would have been really good.
Or 3/4.
3/4 would have been broken because it would.
Shut your mouth. It's great.
It would have been strictly better than Assassin's Blade.
Oh, that's why it would be an epic.
You wanna nerf rogues even more, buddy? You working for Blizzard over there? I know you live in California.
Is Assassin's Blade an epic?
No, but
Exactly.
Flame Strike's not an epic, and
exactly,
it's one of the best cards in the game.
Epic. Epic.
Oh my god. Whatever. Elemental Destruction is garbage.
I think it is.
What? You guys
I think it costs.
It costs 8.
You. It costs the player too much. Like it costs 3.
It doesn't cost anything because you play it turn 5 with Lava Burst or Shock.
Okay, we determined from the last release that Lava Shock was not very good.
So you're not going to be playing this with that.
Oh, I will.
What are you gonna lava shock after you clear the board? Their face?
Yep.
That doesn't even make sense.
It's gonna happen, bro.
Dylan, it's not a good card.
Even
I don't think it's a good card.
I mean, it's even better at later game.
This goes against everything that the Shaman is all about, which is board control.
It's board control. What are you talking about? It's 4/5. It kills most things.
Are we talking about the same card?
Oh wait,
we're talking about elemental destruction, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you kill all of your shit, I don't think that's board control.
Well, yeah, you need like something high in health.
Okay, so let me tell you what the dream is with this card. Let's go back to basics and talk about the dream. All right, the dream is you're playing a control deck with Charge Hammer, okay? And because that's what this card is, a control card, like late game control card. All right, and you, your dream is basically you play like Earth Elementals, and you clear the board, and your Earth Elemental gets to live, and then you get to Earth Shock, Lava Shock, and get back your mana and play more stuff. But we already learned that Lava Shock Overload decks don't really work that well.
I
So,
don't think there was enough stuff for it to work well.
like, by itself, this card is just overpriced. It's 8 mana. It's
Yeah.
almost a Twisting Nether.
Yeah, 8 mana, and you lose a turn practically.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Play this and then Totem as a follow up? Like, it's
Elemental Destruction into Totem into Elemental Destruction.
Oh my god.
And then you Lava Shock.
and you just proved why it's not good, right there.
I think
It's not.
I think it's gonna be good actually. Not like for real.
We'll see it. We'll see it when it happens. Okay, it doesn't seem good up front, but we'll see when it gets played. We'll see.
Yeah. It's practically Flame Strike.
Oh my god.
No, it isn't. It's not Flame Strike.
It's like it's a Hellfire.
It's worse than Flame Strike because it's a symmetrical effect, and on top of that, it costs more than Flame Strike.
It's like a Hellfire.
It's an overpriced Hellfire. Hellfire costs 4. This costs 8, and it does 1 to 2 more damage. I don't know, man. Like, it's not good. I hope you're just trolling, because this card...
No, I'm not trolling. I saw it today. It was played. I'm a believer with Lava Shock.
Okay, we'll see when I'll believe it when I see it. How about that? And
I
move
just
on.
think, based on the fact that the card is so overpriced, I can't. Like, if you don't draw the Lava Shock, you probably lose because of the Overload 5.
Oh yeah, you're fucked with Overload. It has to be played with Lava Shock.
I mean, it's so counterproductive. Like, it's counterproductive in that, yeah, it's a huge tempo play. Like, you play this shit, 3 mana, boom, clear the board. Maybe you have some mana to follow up. But then the following turn, you have no mana. And if you don't have that Lava Shock, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, I can't.
for the Control Shamans, baby. They're coming back.
It was never a thing! That's why they made Charge Hammer. They want to make it a thing, but it's... Okay, you know what? I'll stay neutral on it. It could be okay. It could be okay with Lava Shock, but it's very situational. I don't know how that's gonna work. Let's talk about better cards. I think Thunder Bluff Valiant is a good card, and it's most people know this, but the Inspire effect happens after you summon your totem if you hero power, so that's pretty good value. This could definitely see play in like a mid-range deck. I think it's good.
It's all totems.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So it also buffs the Totem Golem, which is probably one of my favorite cards from the set. 2 mana overload 1. It's basically a Spider tank with Totem synergy. It's great. Draenei Totem Carver is garbage. It's basically Frostwolf Warlord for 1 less health, but only works with totems. I don't think it's worth it. Frostwolf Warlord was not worth it. I mean, Frostwolf Warlord is a good noob card, but this one... Am I alone here? I don't...
No, you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think this card is really good.
Which one?
Healing Wave is insane! I love this card.
It's got the joust mechanic, right? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yes. It's Joust. I mean, it's restore 7 health, Joust, restore 14 instead.
Right.
This card actually makes Shamans playable versus Hunter, which is the main reason why it's not played on the ladder, because Unleash the Hounds rapes them. So, Healing Wave, hard counter the Hunter, Shaman is coming back. Like, mid-range Shaman is coming back because of this card. It's insane.
Okay.
I've never had a problem with mid-range Shaman.
Versus Hunter?
Yeah,
That was their worst matchup.
because I run Argus and Feroz Wolves.
The
And I
Pharaoh
have,
Spirits?
yeah, so I never. And then I have Fire Tongue, so I never really had a problem early game.
Well, the community thinks that Shaman is a bad matchup against Hunter.
And did you like Draenei Totem Carver?
No.
Were you listening to anything I said?
You
And
said no. You said the card was garbage, and we moved
I
on.
said it's basically Frostwolf Warlord for one less mana, but it's more situational. Because it only works with totems, and Frostwolf Warlord was never really good anyway, so I don't think it's a good card.
Okay.
Even in a totem deck, I don't think it's a good card. I'd rather play just Stormwind
Not
Champion.
even in a totem deck? Nah, I don't know. We can move on.
I'd rather just play Stormwind Champion. Okay, so maybe you had a variant of mid-range Shaman that didn't have any problems with Hunter, but I mean, people were already phasing out Feral Spirits, and Defender of Argus is good, but I don't know. I mean, the thing is that Shaman was really good at creating a board, and then Hunter was really good at just capitalizing with Knife Juggler, Unleash the Hounds. So
Well, yeah. I mean, Juggler Unleash combo usually wins.
right, so this helps that matchup out because if you can heal half of your health with 3 mana, that's a big help. And of course, then you can follow up with the good removal that Shaman has, like Lightning Storm, not Elemental Destruction.
Yeah, Lightning Storm.
Yeah, Lightning Storm. So I think Healing Wave is a great card. I'm really happy that it's in the game because a lot of people complain that the heroes should have 40 health or whatever. Look, they're giving us like insane amounts of healing. So I'm happy that Blizzard, even though they nerf the shit out of rogues, they do listen sometimes to the community and they give us stuff to combat the aggro. Tuskar Totemic. Trump compared this card to Razorfen Hunter because it's basically 3/2 and then you get 2 mana worth of stats. The thing though is that it can get Totem Golem, so if you get Totem Golem with this, that's insane value.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't get Totem Golem, like if you get Flame
Earth
Tongue,
or Earth Golem? Earth
that's not a
Elemental?
golem. That's not a golem. I mean, that's not a totem.
Oh, right. Good.
That would be insane. I would play this shit if that was the case. No, unfortunately, Earth Elemental is not a totem. But if you get Totem Golem, Flame Tongue, even if if you have board already and you get Mana Tide, it's really good value. And then
Well, if you get the other one, the with the health one.
I don't know about the health. The health one. See, the zero attack totems, they don't really develop the board that much. That's the drawback of this card. Like it's actually kind of worse than Razorfen Hunter if you get one of the zero attack totems that's not Flame Tongue or Mana Tide. But I think on average it could be good in like a deck that has Thunder Bluff Valiant in it. But I think we're gonna have to wait and see to see how much the variance actually affects the deck. Like I said before, Shaman is a class that can take board advantage early, so like even if you get a 0/2 totem, it still might be okay because you already have board. So I think it's an okay card. I'm very disappointed though in the next card. It's
Ancestral knowledge.
why do they do this? Like, it's worse than Arcane Intellect because of the overload. Why couldn't they just made it Overload 1? Well, I guess if they made it Overload 1, it would have been strictly better than Arcane Intellect.
Hmm.
I don't know. I still don't see a lot of people playing that card because you're spending 2 mana, losing 2 mana for 2 cards that you're not going to
Yeah,
be able to
like
play.
there's so much tempo loss because of this card. Like if you play, I think you and I talked about it, Alex. Like if you play this shit, I mean, ideally you don't want to play this shit on 2, but let's say you have no other plays. It's your options are you totem or you play this and then you don't even have a turn 3 because you just overloaded for 2, which is a tough decision.
Yeah, I guess you would use this for end game.
Right, but then my argument is, why would you use this over Manatide Totem? Because, I mean, a lot of people phased out Manatide Totem because it was slow, because you had to have board to use it. But, I mean, I've been using Manatide Totem lately in a mid-range, and with no other card draw in the deck, by the way, just 2 Manatide Totem. And they work. I even played a game against a Handlock, and I think I told Alex about this too. Like, I played a game against Handlock, and he was not able to kill the 2 Manatides, and I actually lost because I drew so many cards from the 2 Manatides. So I don't see why you would play this over Manatide. At least Manatide develops the board, and if you're playing a deck that has like Thunderbluff Valiant and Flame Tongue Totem and stuff, they do something. You know, you can attack with them and stuff, but this card is just slow. So the only way I can see this card being good is if Elemental Destruction and Charge Hammer also become good and Control Shaman becomes good, which I don't think is going to happen. And we already talked about Totem Golem. Great.
Warlock.
So overall, I think Shaman got some pretty good cards. Even like the shitty ones, Mistcaller makes up for it. Totem Golem makes up for it. So I think it's good.
What you do is turn 7
Oh
elemental
my god.
destruction
Mm.
into ancestral knowledge into lava shock. What? Oh my god. OP,
Wow.
OP.
Wow. Moving on. Warlock.
Oh man,
Warlock.
that okay. I'm not. You're not looking for like a reply to that, right? You're just putting that out there.
I know y'all blew your minds out, so it's okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be meta. Next meta, guys.
All right. Next
Warlock.
one. Wilfred Fizzlebang. I think is a good card.
I think he's
A
pretty
lot of
good.
people. A lot of people don't think that it. Well, some. I'm not gonna say a lot. Some people don't think that it's good because you basically have to play it as an 8, and then you tap, and then you play whatever card you get for 0 mana, which is risky. Because if you get like a Soulfire, you're gonna facepalm.
Yeah. I actually liked it a lot before I heard Trump talk about it.
Yeah.
He kind of killed it for me.
Yeah.
But I hope
that's actually the same person that killed it for me too.
Yeah.
But if I get one, I'll play it. It's not like
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a card that you would intentionally craft, I feel.
yeah, and I mean,
So I'm getting 3 of those.
Hey, I already got 3 of those Murloc legendaries, man. All good.
that's a glitch.
Glitched.
Yeah. I think we will still see play for it though. Like somebody's gonna get it and try it, and they're gonna get crazy fucking combos where they're gonna play Malagos for 0 mana and all kinds of shit. So I think it's a reason. The thing is that it's Warlock. You can't really give them too powerful cards because they'll just outvalue you and destroy you like every handlock deck.
Like handlock.
So I think it's reasonable for handlock.
It's already a problem.
I haven't read this next card. Let me see. Dark Bargain. Destroy 2 random enemy minions. Discard 2 random cards.
What? I don't understand.
Okay, so I think this is supposed to synergize with some of the other cards that they have, like the one that's under it, Tiny Knight of Evil. Whenever you discard a card, gain +1/+1. I still don't think it's that good though, because it's basically, I mean, it's like if your opponent has 2 cards on the board, it's like 2/3 mana assassinates. Well, actually, no. Let's look at it a different way. It's 2 deadly shots in 1 card.
Mm-hmm.
But the drawback is that you lose 2 cards in your hand.
What do you have if you don't have any cards?
You don't lose anything. It's just like Doomguard.
Yeah. Or like Succubus or whatever.
Like,
right, so basically this card is pushing for a deck with Fists of Jaraxxus, where all you do is just discard your hand and then tap for more cards and just hopefully out-tempo your opponent before they can kill you because you tapped 10 times and lost 20 health. I'm not going to say that the card is bad, because a Doomguard is good, and the effect of the card is reasonably priced. Like, destroying 2 random enemy minions should probably cost 6, because it's 2 deadly shots. So, I'm not going to say that it's bad. I just think there's no current deck archetype that uses this type of card, and I don't see why like, playing 2 Doomguards is already risky because you might draw 2 of them at the same time and then you have to discard 1. So I'm not sure how much this discard thing. Plus Soulfire is already in the deck, so you have too many cards already that discard cards. I'm not sure how well it's gonna work out. I'm just gonna leave it there because I don't know how else to evaluate that card. I think in Arena that card's garbage.
This
Red Steed. What do you guys think? What do you think, Alex?
I won't play it.
What do you think? Go ahead.
No, go ahead,
Alex.
Madagal's. Wait. What is it? Morgana's combo, baby. Pew pew!
Alright, so you're gonna you're gonna combo this, make it a 3/3?
Demonstrate.
Okay, so some people have said that if this card costed 3, it would maybe be OP. Because you'd be, I mean, getting it out of the turn early is big, and then being able to get 1 more damage every turn is pretty significant. I mean, if it was like a 3 and you get it 4 or 5 times, it's gotten its value. The thing is that it's so bad against silence.
But even if it's not silenced, you just ping it, right? And you're just...
No, just leave it alone.
Yeah, you leave it alone. It's a 1/1. It's not really going to do that much to you.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is that you put this into a Warlock deck that utilizes Borg, like with the power overwhelming, and then you fucking absorb that shit with the Void Terror and all that shit. That's what this card is for. But I'm not sure if it's worth it. Like, if you play this shit on 4, you've just basically undone all the tempo that you built up the previous 3 turns.
Yeah, it's
and
kind of
it's so bad against silence.
I think if it gets silence, it's done its job.
Yeah, because I feel if you wasted your silence on this card, I think
The thing is that you can't let them keep it though, because if they're playing this card, you have to assume that they're playing the rest of the combo to abuse this card. And
well, if they're gonna abuse it, you might as well silence what comes after.
So you're saying silence the Void Terror?
Yeah.
But the thing is that he's already gotten the value from the Power Overwhelming if he does that combo. Because he's going to attack you with it and then absorb it.
Well, more than likely he's gonna get that value either way because it's kind of instant.
Right.
Okay. But the other thing, too, is that having a 1-1 is good for just buffing it. For other things, like Abusive Sergeant, Dark Iron Dwarf, that sort of stuff. And also, like you said, Mal'Ganis. I just don't know. Like,
It's kind of
you have
pricey.
you have
This
to evaluate how many times you think they're gonna get it, and if your silence is worth it. Like, if you think that they're gonna get it 5 times, basically your silence just killed off a 4/4, which is good value for a silence. So it's hard to say. I mean, if they play the shit on turn 4 and I silence it and kill it, I've just taken the board from them because they played they spent their whole turn 4 playing this shit.
Yeah.
And because of that loss of tempo, I might just win the game.
Would you run Baron with this card?
Trump was saying the dream is like you play. Oh, you said Baron Rivendare, not Baron Get It.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, that's what I was going to talk about. Trump said that the Baron Rivendare, the dream is to, you get Baron Rivendare and then you get to fucking play all these fucking 1/1s, but at the end of the day, is that really worth the combo? Like, because that's an 8-mana combo, and then you have to assume that the Baron Rivendare lives. And it's like, okay, you got a board full of 1/1s, and then what? You can't develop the board anymore because all you have is 1/1.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like Ping, Flame Strike, and you got 4 Dread Steeds.
Yeah, that's a hard card to evaluate, and it's a tricky card to evaluate because this card, because of the fact that it has infinite value, it's very easy to overlook it and say that it's garbage. But I don't know. I don't think that it will be good, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised if it became a really broken card.
yeah, it's a maybe card. You can't see the value in it.
Yeah.
Just like your Poison Blade.
Oh my god. I don't
Moving
know
on.
about I don't know about Void Crusher. Like,
Yeah,
destroy a random minion for each play. So basically, if you play this and you hero power, you kill your own card.
Well, obviously you play this when you don't have any cards.
Yeah, but if you play this when you don't have any cards, you kill your only card.
Oh, there's no
Because
way this kills your card, does it?
Yeah.
it says destroy a random minion for each player. So if this is your only card, you kill this card.
Ah, it's stupid.
Then I think it's worse than what it is. Because even if you had other cards, it still could destroy this card.
How about this? Void Crusher Dreadsteed combo.
Dreadsteed makes sense. Thank God. Oh, Blizz, you're so smart.
That's even a bad combo though, because it can still kill the Void Crusher because it's random.
I don't think that card's good at all. If it can still destroy itself, then I think it's bad.
I think the idea is like Haunted Creeper into Dreadsteed into Void Crusher.
But it's a 6-mana 5/4. It's not even good.
I know.
Like, the body is not good.
It should have been.
If it was the other way around, it could have been okay. I mean, obviously, other way around it would be better. But if it was like a 1/8, it would be good. Sort of, because you're only gonna use it just to destroy shit. So I don't know. I think the card is bad.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Fist of Jaraxxus, I think we talked about this already. It could be good. I think it's a little bit too random, the fact that it's a random enemy, and like, the thing is that it doesn't target minions only, and so it can't be really definitely used as board control if you discard it. And it doesn't target just the opponent's face either. So in that case, you could use it as in just like a very aggressive deck, like where you Doom Guard and then you discard Fist of Draxus and then you hit their face for 9. You don't really know where it's gonna go, so it's hard to put it in a deck because you don't know what it's gonna do. Like, I mean, you could kind of wing it and just like, if you play it and it hits their face, you just go to face with your Doom Guard, and then if it kills a minion, you can clear a board with your Doom Guard. But I think it's a little bit too unpredictable. But I like the concept of the card. I think there should be more cards like this where if you discard, at least in Warlock, where if you discard it, it does something. Because then it would make some of these other cards actually useful.
I think it'd be harder to play the late game because you're saying that if you're going to use your Doom Guard, then you're waiting till turn 9 or 10 to use that combo.
No, you don't use it like that.
Well, you just said to use this if you're going to play it, then use your
No,
Doom
I mean
Guard to clear.
I mean like if you're gonna play it in your deck. I don't mean you're never gonna play this out of your hand for 4 men. That's not what I meant. I meant like if you're gonna you don't know what the discard effect is gonna actually give you. That's what I meant. So I don't know if Fist of Draxus is gonna be good, but I like the idea. The concept is good. Tiny Evil Knight, Tiny Knight of Evil, whatever. I don't think it's gonna be good. It's basically Succubus.
It goes well with Zoo. So does that Fist of Draxus.
Were you listening to what I was?
I might try that. Yeah.
I just said that Fist of Draxus is not. It's hard to play because you don't know. Like, it would be better if they just said it's gonna hit a random minion or just hit the face.
I don't care what it hits. That's what I'm talking about. It's a good card.
Okay.
I've spoken.
Right.
Okay,
Priest
moving.
of Doomguard is. I guess they made this just to give Demon Deck something to play. On 7. It's a 6/8 Demon. So, for 1 more mana, you get 1 more health than Boulder Fist Ogre in the Demon tag.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I think it's alright. It'll be okay in Arena, just because it dodges big game.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not particularly in Arena, because it will dodge Big Game Hunter, but just in general, it's good because it dodges Big Game Hunter. I mean, it has like the Kel'Thuzad, Chromagus stats, which are a good stat. I think I'm not sure about Wrathguard. Like,
I think it's gonna be bad.
Like, there is so much potential for this card to lose you the game. Because if Ragnaros hits that shit,
For 8, yeah, then you're screwed.
you lose your card and you take 8 damage.
Yep.
But it is really good for tempo. But the other thing too is that it has 3 health and other 2 mana minions will kill it also. So in that case it would be like a Flame Imp where you take 3 damage because of 3. I don't know. Like, the other thing is that it's just not. It's not even that good. Like, if it was a 3/4, I would say it's better because it would be more sticky, and then it would be good for Zoo because it could stay on the board and kill stuff, and then you could buff it and trade it off. But as it stands, it can't really trade that much, so it would probably be better for like a more aggressive type of Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know, like, just the idea. In an aggressive Zoo, you're not going to get hit by Ragnaros, because the game plan is to kill them before that. So, that's some consolation for the card. I don't know. We might have to just wait and see on that one. Like, it could be good for an aggressive deck, but it's... man. I just don't like the downside.
It's a bad card.
Like, there are so many ways you could fucking overkill this thing and just win the game. So, I don't know. Demon Fuse is bad. We all agree?
Yeah.
Let me read the text again. Hold on. Yeah, it's bad.
All right, moving on.